This is my son Amior, and he was planting strawberries today, weren't you? You were checking out your strawberries. You were watering the strawberries, weren't you? And a minute later, we got a knock on the door from Lewisham Council demanding for us to take everything down out on, which is on the balcony. Everything has to come down in 24 hours. If you don't take it down in 24 hours, they're actually going to take it down themselves because of a new fire regulation. I mean, ah! It's not on. Anyway, so all our plants are going to die. Your strawberries are going to die, unfortunately.
No.
No, they're not. That's right. Try and put these on.
No.
You don't? Accidents happen, but you know, I mean, death's a part of life, and you shouldn't be cashing in on it. I'm not quite balanced with it. I don't feel balanced with it because it's just happened today. I'm writing to the Daily Mail. I love it. I'm not going to do any sparring or any. I'm not taking anything to the head, even though he does. Whenever you're sort of your guard's down, you're like, you're like, oh, okay. The hanging baskets from Crossfields. That's what the title's going to be.
It'll be a watershed moment.
That's what the title's going to be.
What do you think of boxing? Do you like boxing, Belly?
Because of that area of bureaucracy, it doesn't enable us to have a different attitude towards life and what we can do within it and create. We don't put on these minds of going, wow, you could build this in between these two houses. Amazing builds that are just fueled with imagination and new ways of living. You have these parks that put up playgrounds and stuff, and they're all new, and they're great for the kids and stuff like that. They're only great for a certain age, and when it boils down to it, then the rest of the kids just hang around and learn to smoke in them, and just because when it boils down to it, a kid doesn't want to play. A kid wants to build. A kid wants to actually have a space that they can call their own. I've come from sort of semi-country, and I used to go into the woods and build camps, and it was mine. It was my camp.
Yeah.
What are you like? You just need a bit of wasteland that's clean. It's maintained, it's cleaned, and no needles or whatever, and then just put some sort of wood in there and blocks and sheets and just different materials that you can just mess around with. Playgrounds. There should be grounds of invention instead of just play.
Oh.
I'm not sure if I know any management theories. I don't think many people would necessarily like the hololith or something. I mean, that's just a management machine, isn't it? The hololith was the prototype computer designed by IBM that categorized whether the Jews got gassed or got put to work, and it was just it's how they dealt with the data. Good management is everyone that's involved with the project or the whole is essentially they have an understanding of the whole. They have an understanding of what they're all working towards. I've got this idea to build a raft and go on the canals. Well, I haven't got a cake, and why are you calling me mummy? It's like a narrow boat, about 45 foot, and it'll be made out of 6'10" cubes. I want to have a sauna. I want to put a sauna on there. That'd be really nice. I'm going to live and have a very simple life on a raft. Simplicity. I don't know. I like living in small places. I feel a bit uncomfortable with living in big places. I always think that they need lots of. I like everything to be really small and efficient and being really resourceful. You can have one. You won't like it, buddy. Not hard.
Not loud. Not loud.
Using. I like to just do things without money. In general, I like to create. So you see what grand things you can create with very little, or if no money at all. And that's just with collective input of projects. I would say that one of the things that I don't feel confident is that I'm actually in a house. This is not my way of living really, and in a house. I'm looking forward to getting on a raft.
Being mostly transitions as it your life.
Yeah, and I like to think that they're all relevant, and they're all sort of my experience of them all will express themselves in sort of over the sort of duration of future projects. You've got to have an understanding of various ways of living, haven't you? Really, to understand. To get new ideas. There's a patch of land that I'm involved in Wales, and it's a private patch of land, and people are invited to come on the land and get their hands dirty and start building and growing and producing, transforming which once was sheep grazed land, barren grass land, into a legendary piece of land where there's wild meadow now, and there's orchids grow on there, and there's amazing little buildings on there, and it's truly a place that's a patch of land where the nature needs humanity for it to be beautiful. There's a lake, and we want to build a ziggurat, which is just a stairway to heaven going all the way up, and it's going to be embedded in there's a small pine forest there, and it's going to be going above the pine trees. You can look over the stars. But it's really amazing being in Wales, because he went out playing with ice, and we were just smashing ice for fun, and then we ran across the lake, which was just we dropped a big boulder in there to see if it would crack, and it didn't, so it was fine to walk across, and and we're just going. He was going out and smashing ice as his little game, and then he asked me what the difference was between ice and glass, and I thought that's a good question for a 2-year-old.
I want to go to Eddie.
You want to go to Mellowcroft?
Yeah.
Oh right, Mellowcroft's in Wales. That's the place. He looked at a tractor. Him and his friend, but they were there, and then Eddie started the tractor, and they were just like, and they just did not take their eyes off, and they just followed it along, just like it was Bob the Builder, real reality, They the wheels are like this high, It was a beast. Did you like Eddie's tractor?
Yeah. So we go to Eddie to the dog.
Also, I've come from rave days. Big shout going out to Chalky White. Keep it locked. I'll see you down at Mount Pleasant. And all of a sudden it's like, oh right, yeah, Chalky White's down at Mount Pleasant.
Because where did the flash mobbing idea come from then? What was the genesis of all that? How was that invented?
Well, I invented it. Really couldn't be sort of created before the internet. Well, I mean, I was sort of discussing with my friend Emma and what we could sort of do in the public, and then we said, should we just like email a few people and ask them if they want to sort of turn up, and we did, but we met everyone before at 7, and then we just said everyone disperse, because we had to explain. We couldn't say this is a flash mob because it hadn't been invented yet. So no one knew what that was. My mum spent most of her childhood going through care, and in and out of care, because my granddad would like buy like, or I don't know how he managed to get it, but like get like this mansion where they would only be living in like the kitchens. The place was so big because they couldn't house it. They didn't have any furniture to house it. And he'd throw these massive parties, like a Hawaiian party, and get some loan out from someone. Seed Sprout is it enables human beings to work collectively with one another and be just blown away with what they can achieve by simple organisational systems that are developed on the computer.
What's a good example then of a project that someone might be able to realise through Seed Sprout?
I can build this. I can build this.
You can, yeah. You can build a building project. Any project that if one has a desire to produce a street, let's say a street fete.
What do you need to make it happen?
I need a programmer. I've got a programmer, but I need a programmer that I can say I can work with for over like a duration of a year.
Oh, so what's going on with your light art then?
When you turn the light down really dark, the viewer's eyes really open, and you end up really searching. It's almost like survival to attach to something that's in this black void.
How do you get by then? We've got 2 minutes to talk about your inventiveness with money.
Yeah, mine's probably more being very resourceful with the little that I earn and benefits, which I want to start, which I'm making an intention to get off now, and hopefully my sauna idea will. Friends is an essential part because you've got to offer things, and you also get things back as well. I'm in a house which is my friends, so and I appreciate that, and I think that's definitely a key survival tool. Is to be loved. I mean, I can't. This is not good.
What's that? What's that?
Bit of this, bit of that, here and there.
Change the battery. Run out of batteries.
What a scene. What a scene.
This is good stuff.
It is good,
Young
actually.
boy ripping out Rizzlers.